I'd say they are true contenders. But are they true Super Bowl champion contenders? There's a difference. Everybody's a contender till you're mathematically eliminated. Okay?
Contending for the playoffs.
For the playoffs. Now, you got to think about certain things. What is it that everybody is fighting for? When me and Michael was playing prior to several years ago, when they changed the seeding, 1 and 2 seed, the second seed is important, but it's not all that important as it was before.
You're right, when you
had the bye.
Right.
So they're chasing the #1 seed to start with. Because you don't want to play 3 games to get to the Super Bowl. You only want to play 2 if you can, and you want them to be at home. So they got to win the division. They need to win the division, but they got to show, as I continue to keep harping on, show me you can dominate the 36, what did you say, 36-18 at home. Show me that you can do that. Show me that you can score 49 points against Seattle or Washington or Philadelphia at home. Okay, because when you beat up on the Jets at home, in New England at home, in the Rams at home, in the Giants at home, you don't get my toes all curled up. I don't get excited. Ain't no point. And I understand a win is a win is a win, and it's hard to come by wins in the National Football League. They're just not a bowl of M&Ms. I get it. But until then, you can't really be a true contender. You can contend for a playoff spot because you're sitting in the 6th seed or the 7th seed or whatnot. But in order to become or take it to the next level, you've got to beat teams that matter. Because come playoff time, as you know, Michael, having played in the NFL, you're not playing in the playoffs against
bad team. No bad team.
Bad team.
No bad team.
There ain't no bad teams. That's my only thing about the Dallas Cowboys is you getting into the playoffs, everybody is good because they got there. You know how you harp on me? Oh, the Giants were a playoff team last year. Minnesota was a playoff team. Yeah, that was a year ago. They were good then. They're not good now. They're not good now. When the Rams won the Super Bowl, they were a good team. They're not a good football team right now. So that's my only thing. They can be true contenders when you start showing me you can beat Seattle, you can beat Philadelphia, you can beat up on Detroit, teams that are over 500. You can go to Miami with all the distractions, stay focused, win that game, stop Tyreek Hill from going nuts. I'm going to pat you on the back. That's how I am. I'm going to pat you on the back. But until then, I'm a little, they fight for a wild card spot.
The question is how true are they true contenders? And the answer is absolutely they're true contenders. The direction that we should take this key is the right direction that everybody always takes it. What has kept them from being true Super Bowl contenders over the years? And Skip has been hard on them, but it's been Dak Prescott. That's what everybody says. It's been Dak Prescott. I get dudes. I got my boy Brandon at home. Every time Dak threw an interception, come on, dog. We got to get rid of him. I said, calm down. I have to calm these jokers down. Everybody wanted to get rid of Dak Prescott. Then Mike McCarthy stepped in. He said, I got it. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to make sure we play more ball control. I'm going to take care of Dak so he can take us to the promised land. So he shipped off Kellen Moore.
He did.
So you're throwing the ball around the field too much, man. I'm sorry, Kellen Moore, because he's doing the same thing. He fired you for nothing. He's throwing the ball all over the field. And I was like, come on, Mike, that's dirty, that's dirty. But then I thought deeper and said, wait a minute. I understand what Mike did now. Early in this season, he was saying, we're not throwing the ball all over the field. We're going to use the running game. And they dealt with it. In some of those games, they dealt with not throwing the ball all over the field. But when they said, we're going to cut it loose, now they're cutting it loose, showing you all of that. A couple things have happened here. A couple things have happened. Dak now is playing his best football.
Yeah.
Dak hadn't been this way since he got hurt. I mean, being the full Dak Prescott. In that last game, you saw a couple things. You saw Dak throw a ball with a dude holding on to that foot, really, and he still got that ball off. I see Dak sometimes when he's running and I see some guys coming from behind, you can see that same tackle that we're talking about. Yeah. He's so scared of it. He's watching anybody that comes around because he's worried about somebody swinging out and that leg thing, that thing that happened to his leg happening again. So right now, they are cutting Dak loose. It was so important, and I didn't understand it, to make sure not early Dak didn't have all those interceptions, because now, as you go to the stretch, you can focus on what do we need to get better. And you don't have to spend all your day hearing about Dak and his interceptions. Dak got, what, 6 interceptions, 5, 6 interceptions? If he had what Josh Allen had at this time, we wouldn't be talking about anything else but those interceptions. So from that standpoint, what Mike McCarthy did, I got to come back and say brilliant, because you held it down, so now you can go into this run. And the answer is yes, you're a Super Bowl contender, because Dak Prescott has you. He has you right there as a Super Bowl contender, about to have another 300 yards and 3 TDs day. And that's a rare.
Man, y'all unbelievable, man.
No, that's all true.
But you unbelievable.
But it's all true.
This is for y'all, Keyshawn. This is for you.
Okay, I'm listening.
The Giants did make the playoffs a year ago. The Giants did win a playoff game, and the Giants on opening night, when most people thought they were going to be a playoff team this year, on opening night at their place, we hung 40-0 on them. I don't care what you say. You, Keyshawn, thought on opening night the Giants were credible. They were capable of making the playoffs.
Opening night.
Okay, but they had given their quarterback all that money and Saquon and blah, 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 and all this. Okay, all right.
Yes.
But 40-0 is hard to do at a division rival stadium on opening night. It's just hard to do it. It's flexing firepower that is Super Bowl firepower. Then we turned right around in week 2. Right now, the Jets defense, according to Pro Football Focus, is ranked #1 in the land, in the National Football League. #1 defense, according to Pro Football Focus, is the New York Jets. We beat them 30-10. We hung 30 on them.
Let me just real quick, like you remind me, you want me to respect the fact that Trayvon Diggs got hurt right before the Arizona game, so it played a part in what happened to the Dallas Cowboys. I would argue.
You could argue.
Okay. I could argue Aaron Rodgers got hurt. Okay.
Aaron Rodgers.
All right. No, go ahead. I just wanted to, set the record straight.
Aaron didn't play safety or corner. He played quarterback.
And Stephon Diggs didn't play linebacker, defensive line, nor offense.
All right. Fair enough. So what do I see right now? I see my defense, and I said from the start, we'll go as far as my oh Micah 11 from heaven, and the defense carry us. I see that defense still 4th in points allowed after having given up 42 at San Francisco and 28 at Arizona, heaven help us, and 28 at Philadelphia. 4 long drives at Philadelphia. I can't defend that to Keyshawn. Okay, I don't like it. But still, big picture, we're 4th overall in points allowed. That's still pretty good. Which brings me to Dak Prescott. I have been very hard on him because I am lifelong diehard, and I am over hard. I overcompensate. I'm too hard on the Dallas Cowboys in a way Michael never is. But I'm here to tell you, I did this on my podcast this week. I am liking Dak Prescott as much right now as I did back in his rookie year when I was his biggest supporter, biggest fan on the planet, when he and Zeke carried my football team to 13-3 and the bye and the #1 seed in the conference and a home playoff game that we almost won. We almost won. Aaron Rodgers did it to us again. We did everything but win. 34-31. It took 2 intergalactic hand of God field goals off the foot of Mason Crossbar, 55 yards and 51 yards to beat us at home. But it happened. And yet, here we are. Dak Prescott is playing in a comfort zone with Mike McCarthy, 2 people I haven't trusted over the last couple of years. It's to the point where I'm starting to call it the Dak and Mac attack, because there's some sort of unity going on here. There's some connection. There's some deeper level here between Dak and McCarthy that I did not see coming. I'm seeing Dak played the best football of any quarterback over the last 3 weeks. He's obviously entering the MVP discussion. I still can't forgive him for what happened at San Francisco and what happened at Arizona, and for that matter, for not making one play that we needed at Philadelphia in the fourth quarter to get us over the hump into the national conversation as the team. But the point is, I have seen explosions of firepower, and it feels like on offense that now I can trust the offense as much as I wanted to trust the defense. Now we've got 2 units plus a special teams unit that, wait a second, Cavante Turner, he's practicing this week. And listen, I got the best returner in pro football.
Yeah.
I got a triple threat. I've got all 3 phases going on at the same time. I'm seeing a Super Bowl team right here, right now, that if we can go and take care of business at Carolina, and Arizona sticks in our craw, but if we go take care of business, all of a sudden we got 3 straight home games. We've won 12 in a row. Well, we got Washington, and then we got Seattle, and then we got a rematch with Philadelphia. If we win those 3, here we come.
So you said you guys are 4th in points allowed, right, Skip? Which is pretty high for a defense. It's pretty good.
Right.
So it's damn good, right? You're only 3 spots out of first.
Yeah.
And gave up some big games.
Gave up. Yeah.
And gave them some. That's good. 0 against the Giants.
Yep.
10 against Zach Wilson. Okay. 3 against Bill Belichick and Mac Jones, who's since probably been replaced 30 times. The Chargers and Brandon Staley and Kellen Moore, a guy who you fired. The Rams have nothing. You gave up 20.
Well, they had Matthew Stafford.
I don't even know who played quarterback. I don't even know who played quarterback in the last Giant game. You gave up 17. So I get it. You beat the Giants this year 89-17. You're on your way. You are contenders in your mind. All of those teams are not above 500. This is what I keep trying to get y'all to understand. You cannot be a major contender until you show us, the people. Because what we're not going to do is we're not going to keep, I don't want to call it lying. I want to call it misguiding the people that watch this show about the Dallas Cowboys and the success that they've had thus far this year. When you do it against Seattle and you do it against the Eagles and you come home with those W's, not against Carolina, you favored by 11. Don't do that to me, okay? Don't think about Washington, a team that you, on a day that you dominate on Thanksgiving is set up for you to have major success. Don't do that to me. Talk to me about the Seattles, the Buffaloes, the Miamis, the Philadelphias, the Detroits. Talk to me about those games. Because as of right now, yeah, you're set up as contenders based on your record. But then when you get into them last 5, 6, 7 games left in the season, your mind is totally different. Yeah, it can be, what did you call it, Dak to Mac? It could be Dak to Mac.
I like that. I like that. I like
Dak and Mac attack.
I do like that one.
There's no question about it.
I do like that one.
But you're not going to be playing the Giants in a couple weeks.
Nope.
You've got to show up against these teams.
Yeah.
Michael, you know this. Don't sit up here and try to fool people now.
I cannot continue to emphasize points to you to prove how wrong you are as you continue to bring up these teams. Last week was an incredible weekend of football. We had 6 games. 6 of, 10, 15, because we had teams. How many? 6 games on a walk-off. And this man sits here every day to you. I never call a man a liar, but being disingenuous, like it's not hard to win in the National Football League. 6 games on walk-off field goals. Never done before. Never done before. I told you, we've only had one in the history. The history. Forget your story. I'm talking about his story. All of it. Only one team has ever gone undefeated in the National Football League. Can we please, come on, man, stop talking about there's no, there's talent, there's players, there's no bad teams. Whenever game you can win, you win a game. Whenever game you win. Let's focus on just the Philly game for Dallas. If that'll help you, it was the latest game. It's so we don't have to keep running.
Did you win? As Skip said, you did everything except win. Did you win?
No, we did not win. Dallas did not win, but I don't mind us taking the information from that game.
You've been taking information all year long. You took information against the Niners.
But I'm talking about for your discussion. Stop. You keep taking us back to whatever teams without a winning record instead of focusing on that team that was winning record.
You're not
how well we
playing
played
anybody.
the best team
You
in the
did
National
not
Football League.
win. It does not matter, Michael, how the damn information you didn't win.
It doesn't matter how they play. It doesn't matter.
Michael
It doesn't
Irvin.
matter. None of that matters.
Michael Irvin. Come on, man.
In the end, it doesn't matter. But as we move forward, you got to take in that information.
So you're going
to play them again.
So you hope to retain that information and use it against them next time you play them. That's your hope and your prayer. As if they never collected any information about the mistakes that they made against you that they could correct.
And you know what? You're right. And that's why I'm telling you right now, that's why this Monday night game, you got to be ready for this Monday night game because Philly has to come out and we're going to talk about Philly has to come out to compete with what they saw San Fran do and what they saw the 40 and San Fran and Dallas do. So I'm telling you, Kansas City, be ready. Yes, all of it matters.
I can't with you two. Because y'all just, you keep giving bad information and you're trying to convince people, that the teams that you played against are lights out and good.
I didn't say lights out, but they're in the NFL.
I don't give a damn if they was in the AFL, NFL, CAA. I don't care. They're not good. One team has replaced the quarterback 3 damn times. Another team doesn't even have a quarterback. You dominate the Giants. You dominate the Belichick's that we don't know if he's coaching the Chargers next year or not. He's on to his 3rd quarterback. Don't you sit up there and be smiling and laughing, Michael, because you know I'm telling the truth.
Keyshawn, you're about to have a long rest of the season. You're going to have a lot of tough Mondays coming in here and sitting in that chair.
Look, I don't care if they win or lose. I just want y'all to wake up.
Okay.
I just want y'all to wake up, Skip. That's all I ask. Wake the hell up and stop being blind about what's going on with your team.
Super Bowl, here we come. Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Do you want more highlights from the show? Make sure to click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from Undisputed.